Firstly, it's the listening. So I work very hard at listening, but really listening to what emotional struggles people are facing, to really understand what's brought them into the therapy room. I also work hard at providing a safe, non-judgmental and respectful space, because it's in this space that people can truly open up and talk about their thoughts, emotions, their fears, and really allow themselves to be vulnerable, because we know that being vulnerable then opens up opportunities for healing, for the possibility of change. I work hard in the first session in particular to really get to know the person, their background, what's brought them here, and what is it that's contributed to some of that emotional distress, emotional angst. For some people, that emotional distress can be long-term. They've been experiencing that for a long time. For other people, it's more recent. But understanding that deeply helps in then tailoring the best treatment option, the best approach, and what strategies will work so that the person I'm working with gets a better understanding of themselves, of their situation, and be able to identify the best strategies so that they can ease some of that emotional angst. The areas that I work in a lot, I find with most clients, is identifying some of the coping mechanisms, whether they are behavioural, whether they are about thinking, that they've used that are no longer serving them. Often people are very habitual and they'll use some of those strategies, and the sessions look at uncovering which ones no longer work, which ones need to be tweaked. And so often that includes things like the way they perceive themselves, the way they perceive the world, if they have negative belief systems, negative thinking patterns. And gently we look at tweaking those, changing those, so that people's perception of themselves is altered, and hopefully a more kinder outlook and relationship with themselves, which then leads to a better outcome for them emotionally. And what we strive for very much is what we call psychological flexibility, which gives people better results in their relationships, more meaningful outcomes in life.